Thanks, Kurt, for extra dramatic fact. Whoops. So I've been attending university for 6 weeks now, and it was a lot like I expected, but also a lot of not what I expected. And I think it would be useful for other people to know what might be different than from what you expect from university. Of course, I'm not professional yet, but I thought it would be fun to share how I've experienced university so far and what was different from my expectations, as well as my expectations of living alone. Well, not really alone. I'm living in a house together with two of my friends from high school, but it's still, you know, living not at home, and it's very different in both good and bad ways. First thing, if you want a midnight snack, you have to get your own shit to have as a midnight snack, because otherwise it's just not gonna be there. I personally expected university to, of course, be difficult because it's university. What else do you expect? But it was actually a lot more difficult than I expected. This is partly because I did not have any programming experience, and my studies is a little heavy on the programming part, and I expected to be eased into it with proper explanation in lectures. This wasn't really the case. It was just like, here's the puzzle, you don't get the rules, good luck. And that was very difficult. And I'm somehow making it though. I'm not failing any of my courses yet, which I'm honestly kind of surprised about because some of them are really tough, but also really interesting and fun. That's also a thing. I personally have a very broad field of interest, and my studies has a little bit of, there's computing, there's psychology, there's philosophy, and it's super interesting, and I'm really happy I'm able to not only focus in one thing, and I was really scared that that would happen in university. So that's really good. Honestly, most of the differences are good, except for the fact that it's really individual and how much effort you have to put in um, to make it through a course, and no one's gonna help you. It's just, if you need help, you're gonna have to ask for it yourself, or you have to ask your friends. And oh, about friends. For me, making friends in university was way easier than expected. I was able to recognize two people from Student for a Day, something I did half a year ago or something. Um, One of them definitely did not recognize me, even though we spent the entire day together. She was like, "Yeah, I do remember this girl I spent the entire day with. She was really nice. I was drawing in this little booklet the entire day, but I think she didn't make it. I think she was too nervous about the calculus classes." And I was like, "That was me." It was really funny. But I personally expected to have like great difficulties of making friends because I'm not a social miracle. Your eating habits are gonna be messed up in both good and bad ways. You might have a wake up call that you shouldn't eat that unhealthy or something. I'm personally quite a health freak, but also a foodie, so that like balances each other out very well. I just have 3 meals a day, some snacks. I don't really buy snacks, as in cookies or candy, because I eat them in one day. I got 2 bars of chocolate, poof, one day gone. So that's why I don't buy any of that. I always have carrots and hummus in at my place though, so that's like a healthy snack. But then there's also supplies to be able to make cake dough with. And that's another snack. At home I ate super early. I just, at 5 o'clock, my mom would either be making dinner or we'd be having dinner already. Not just my mom, by the way. I also cook. My sister cooked. My dad cooked. Everyone cooks. But here, there's just times I have dinner at 10, and yeah, it just happens, and there's no way around it. University has also enabled me to experience some really weird, fun things. For example, last week I went to the biggest horse market in Europe with my friends, which was in the hometown of one of my friends. And it was like fun. And it's a thing I would have never experienced otherwise. Another thing is I don't really like clubbing or going out at night for parties, but I went to one, which was the second one ever for me, like partying and shit, and it was so much fun. I had the best of times, and after like the main party, we went to a karaoke bar, and it was just so good, so good. So I think university mostly offers like a lot of opportunities, both studies wise and friendship wise and just life experience wise, and it's so much fun. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. There's some stress involved, there's unhappiness involved. um, and the thing you should always remember is that it's important to take care of yourself, both physically and mentally, because the stress can really take its toll, and you have to be careful with your mental health, but also with your physical health. Don't eat too unhealthy. Don't quit sporting entirely if you use the sport. I do some running whenever I can, whenever I find the time, whenever I want to, and it really makes me happy. So it's just, you really have to take care of yourself as well. I think that's always important though, even if you live at home and are not attending university. So mostly university has been more fun than I expected, as well as making me learn more things than I expected at a faster rate than expected, which isn't always good, but it's very good. It's fun, it's good, it's interesting, and it's great. If you have any tips to be happy or how to survive university, please leave them in the comments or anything. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye!